Good morning, everyone. So today we'll start with rules for the image formation by convex mirror. This is lesson 3 for chapter 10. In previous lesson 2, we have learned about the rules for the image formation by concave mirror. If you haven't gone through that, then the link for that video I am providing in the description box of this video. So please go through that before we move further for lesson number 4 in my next video, that is image formation by concave mirror and the convex mirror. So first rule says if an incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, after striking the mirror, it will go in such a direction that if I draw it backward, it will pass through the principal focus. So this is your first rule, that when an incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, after striking the reflecting surface of the convex mirror, it will go in such a direction that if I take it backward, it will pass through the principal focus of the convex mirror. Be careful while drawing it that this line, this reflected line and this dotted line should be one straight line. There should not be any bending in between. Now why we have drawn this dotted line here? Because this dotted line is actually not present. This is an imaginary line that if we will draw it backward, there is no such reflected light behind the convex mirror. So this is an imaginary line. So be careful that behind the mirror we will draw all the lines dotted ones, right? So this is your first rule. Now another important thing we need to discuss here, as we have done in case of concave mirror, that we need to draw the normal here and we have to mark angle I and angle R, that is angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So as we have done in case of concave mirror, you must watch the previous video of lesson number 2, that how we can, in which I told you that how we can draw the normal at the point of incidence in case of spherical mirrors. So this is your spherical mirror and this is your point of incidence. This is your point of incidence and this is your incident ray, reflected ray, point of incidence. Now I need to draw normal at this point of incidence so that I can mark angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So simply what can I do? As I told you in my previous video, that if we need to draw the normal, then simply I can do, I just need to join this point of incidence with center of curvature. So this is normal at this point and I can extend this in front of the mirror as well. So this is your normal and this is your eye and this is your reflection. Now let's move on to rule number 2. This is your convex mirror. So I need to put the dashes on the non-reflecting surface. This is your aperture. Center of aperture is known as pole. This is your principal focus and this is your center of curvature. Second rule says that if an incident ray will strike the mirror in such a direction that if I'll extend it backward and it will pass through the principal focus, then after reflection it will be parallel to the principal axis. Right? Now again, if you want to draw the normal in this case, again this is your point of incidence. If you want to draw the normal, then this point of incidence should be joined with C with the dotted line and I have to extend it further in front of the convex mirror. So this is your normal and in this case angle of incidence is this one and angle of reflection is this one. So the second rule says an incident ray which is directed towards the principal focus of convex mirror after reflection, it will be parallel to the principal axis. Now let's move on to rule number 3. This is your pole, principal focus, center of curvature. This rule says if an incident ray will strike the mirror in such a direction that if I'll draw it backward, it will pass through the center of curvature. Then after reflection, it will retrace its path. So again, I am reminding you that again, like we have done the same rule 3 in concave mirror as well. This is again an important question here, that why the reflected ray will retrace the path. So why it is so? Here angle I is equal to 0 degree and so angle R also. Because laws of reflection are valid, that angle I is equal to angle R, that is equal to 0 degree. Now why it is retracing its path? This I have told you in detail while we have done rule 3 for concave mirror. So you must go through lesson number 2 for this chapter. So you can understand why it will retrace its path, making angle I is equal to R, that is equal to 0 degree. Right? So the third rule is an incident ray directed towards the center of curvature of convex mirror. After striking the mirror, it will retrace its path. Right? Now let's move on to rule number 4, P, F, and C. Now the last rule says if an incident ray will fall obliquely towards the principal axis on the pole, then after reflection, it will pass from the other side of the principal axis, making angle I is equal to angle R. Now, what is normal here? Normal, since we know P itself, pole itself is the point of incidence here. And if you want to draw the normal at the point of incidence, that we have learned, that if you want to draw the normal at the point of incidence in case of spherical mirrors, then simply we can do, we just join point of incidence with center of curvature. So in this case, this is normal is the principal axis only. So this is angle I and this is angle R. So rule 4 says an incident ray falling obliquely. So what do you mean by obliquely? Obliquely means falling in such a way that making an angle on the principal axis towards pole of convex mirror after reflection will pass from the other side of the principal axis, making angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. So now the question arises that is it the case that only in this case, only in rule number 4, the angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection? No. Angle of reflection and angle of incidence are equal in each case, in each rule. Because in rule number 4, there is no specific point from where the reflected ray can pass. So we are making it a point that while drawing the reflected ray, be careful that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection while you are drawing it. Otherwise, in all the other cases, like suppose you are talking about rule number 3, in rule number 3, we can see as this is incident ray and the reflected ray will retrace its path, so you don't need any protector, or you don't need to take care of this, that whether angle I is equal to angle R. It has to be equal, because especially in this case angle I is 0 and angle R is 0, both are equal. Or you can consider another rule number 1 here. So in this case, in rule number 1, when the incident ray will be parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it has to go in such a direction that it will pass through the principal focus, right? So we need not take care whether angle I is equal to angle R. It has to be equal, because when it will start passing through principal focus, then it will make angle I is equal to angle R. So in all the rules, rule number 1, rule number 2 and rule number 3, there is a specific point from where you can pass a reflected ray. But in rule number 4, you can see that there is no specific point. See, in rule number 4, suppose this is your angle of incidence, this is your incident ray. So after doing this, any student can make a reflected ray in this direction also, they can make reflected ray in this direction also, or they can make a reflected ray in this direction also. But which direction is correct? This one is correct. Why? Because angle I and angle R, while taking the protector, you will see that angle I must be equal to angle R. No other direction is valid, right? Which direction is valid? In which angle of reflection is equal to angle I. Only that arm is valid, right? So I hope I have made you clear this point. Otherwise, all the details regarding the normal, regarding the principal axis and the important terms, so previous videos will help you definitely, and I'm providing the link of those videos in the description box. So please go through that for your better understanding. You can write your doubts, or any topic you want to discuss in the comment box, so we can understand this. Thank you so much, everyone.